Hello, welcome everyone. Next gaming series. I'm your host DB Smiley. Sorry, trying to help get the lobby set up as we're bringing you this matchup here between Yellow Owls and Dive for Catgirls. Yellow Owls, a new team here in NGS this season, jumping into B Northeast. We have Dive for Catgirls. A lot of players returning from a team that did fairly well last season, ultimately winning. Pardon me. Ultimately winning B Southeast last season, but they moved up north, I guess. Either way, taking a look at the map bands as we get set up for the draft here. See, all the top row banned out. The A's, the B's, and the C. That's Alterac, Braxis, BOE, and Cursed Hollow. Yellow Owls choosing to take it the Tomb of the Spider Queen first. We can take a look at the standings. Yellow Owls, Dive for Catgirls. Both tied at 6 points. Keep in mind that Kira's hit list forfeiting gave every team 3 points. Hold My Cho has actually also forfeit a couple matches. But in this case, Yellow Owls, they have beat Duratan's Couch. That was their only match they've played so far. The domination victory, so that netted them 3 points. Die for Catgirls lost 1-2 to Regen Ghost, but won 1-2 against Nexus Cats, dropping them in at 6 points. No dominations to their name yet, discounting the forfeit again. So, looks like, I thought we were getting ready to go, but looks like it might be just a little bit longer. So let's show off Stooby-Dooby-Doo. Stooby-Dooby-Doo, how you doing? How's a little kitten face? Him's a good boy, yes, Hims is. Does Hims need pets? I think Hims does. What do you think? Wait, you're on a delay. You won't be able to answer me. That's gonna be a problem. I think I'm just gonna give him pets and just assume that in the future you will want me to give him pets. Oh, looks like actually I have to make these quick pets. Alright, so looks like we're good to jump into the draft. We'll do that in just a second here. And here we go. So Yellow Owls, hard to judge their power level. I mean, given that Duratan's Couch is not ready to do particularly well. They haven't actually won a map yet, but they've been the benefit of 2 forfeits. Why Duratan's Couch is at 6 points. So it's going to be hard to gauge this power level, but this will be kind of a game to really help out with it. And we can see immediately the Tyrande ban. Have to assume that's a scouted pick, as Tyrande did not get any buffs today. Diablo going to be banned out. This ban's coming very quickly. Zul'jin, okay. Die for Catgirls knew exactly what they wanted to get rid of. And they got rid of it. And there you see a tank choke coming out, and wow, this draft is going fast. So, Die for Catgirls came in with a plan. ETC going to be picked up here by Corsair. Kael'thas by Mahaya. So, currently 1-0 on ETC is Corsair. There we see the Deckard and the Mei coming out. Mei, going to be played by Sir Noble in this case. Has not played Mei yet this season. Garrosh going to get banned out. That is... That is an interesting ban, given that the enemy team already has their tank. Maybe they're expecting a double tank. It's going to be the Uther grabbed here by Amador. No, I'm not. No, I am not. I am not a door. I am a person. I am a human being. Neff did get some changes today, that is true. Hogger getting picked up here. Lunara is going to be played by Teeth. And there is Blaze jumping on to, or Blaze, I should say, Skathar playing Blaze. Uh, 1-0 on the hero heading into this game. Save going to be the last pick. They saved for last. It is Cassia. Cassia off to a pretty blazing start this season. Feeling just very, very strong. That said, only a 48% win rate. But there are your drafts, and that draft, man, that draft went fast. That might be the fastest draft I've had all season. I'm not blowing smoke or anything. That might actually be the fastest draft I can remember personally seeing, as I didn't even have time to get all the hero picks entered in for my lovely little thingy that's going to come up here in just a second. Let's see. All right, so should be good to go. Go ahead and jump into game number 1 in this series between these two teams. On the left side, it is the Mysterious Strangers, Yellow Owls. Go ahead and introduce them. On the left is Corsair. On ETC, Save is going to be playing Cassia. We got Mahaya on Kalthos, Captain Magyar on the Hogger, and Amador, no am not, going to be playing Uther. On the right side, Chernobyl on the May, dropping some hearts and some taunts. Teeth doing a little dance on the Lunara. Some B-steps coming out from Shamhat on that Deckard. And Skathar B-stepping on the Blaze. Stellar Twift just kind of dramaless movement on Mephisto. Wow. Stacking talents galore. There's just going to be so much. If you're a fan of dings, oh my goodness. If you're a fan of dings, you are in luck. You're in Ding City. Ding City, population U. The chief export of Ding City, dingleberries. They're a local delicacy. Also, their local car mechanic does great rim jobs. All right, I'll subside on the childish humor. May a little bit caught out here. Had a nice dash though up to escape the worst of that. So keeping an eye on these rotations so far. You got Blaze currently getting the better of Hogger down here in the bottom. It looks like, at least in terms of current HP. Of course, with both heroes having some self-sustain, we'll see how it goes. Looks like Yellow Owl choosing to double soak the top to try to reset the rotations here. But unfortunately, we have a DC Lunara. So we're gonna take a brief break while we get that one figured out here. While we're doing that, we can go ahead and talk about some of those level 1 talents. So you got the Prog Rock from ETC. That's very quick to stack on this map. You pretty much have to double soak here, so you only really need 10 waves to stack. Not even counting any globes stolen. Looks like we're actually getting back to it. Same with Kalthos, stacking those globes. Uther should be able to stack the W's pretty quick in the 4-man. But, looks like we have some bios coming in. Apparently, and I did not know this, everyone has to pee immediately after the game starts. Like, no, like, did no one else have a dad who, like, fucking screamed at them in the car if they said, I have to go to the bathroom on a road trip? Because I did, and I feel like now, like, any opportunity I have to pee before something happens, like, I'm gonna go whether or not I even need to. And, I feel like every single time I get a pause, especially when it's in the first 2 minutes of the game, like, fucking everyone's just like, oh my god, I gotta I'm having the biggest bathroom emergency I've ever had. By the way, I'm not like trolling these teams, right? Like, I'm not bad. I'm just mentioning this because I just feel like it's a thing, and I don't really know why I'm not like part of that thing. Anyway, looks like they want to chunk some damage here into the ETC. Mephisto is in an awkward spot, we'll call it. Not entirely sure what the play there was intended to be, but certainly Mephisto ended up in a pretty awkward position. That said, Corsair is incredibly low from this Lunara. Uther, however, does throw the heal out. Check in on the bot lane here. Looks like Captain Magyar is starting to do a little bit better. Might see a Luna rotation coming down. Is she going just for the siege camp? Looks like she is. Both teams with their level 4 talents now. ETC going speed metal. That is an interesting choice. Maybe try to help the Uther and the Kalthos with a little bit of their mobility challenges. You about to be broke? I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm about to make a big down payment on something, so I'll have less money in the bank. I don't think I'm about to be broke. That's a weird thing to type to someone. There's a stun onto Hogger. Pushing in with the Siege Giants now. Here comes a flank, though, from the Kalthos. Now, the Siege Giants are low, and in fact get wiped out there, but Hogger maybe needing to back up and just reset at the moment. Meanwhile, up top, a little bit of a brawl breaking out. Mephisto trying to stack those skulls. So far, other than that one death, pretty dramaless to say what I think is accurate. It's fairly dramaless so far. That said, Catgirls has Mephisto go down right as they get a turn in again. Mephisto step forward a bit, I think, trying to draw attention so Noble could get the turn. It worked in that sense, but was that Atlas? Oh, oh, okay. Yeah. I thought that was at me, and I'm like, did I say I bet something would happen? And I mean, I could have. I don't know. Mid currently being cleaned up here. Top is going to get some value. They're at least going to get that top tower. Here now comes the rotation coming up. Mephisto, once again, very forward, and does get the heal from the Deckard. But yeah, that was a pretty forward position, and it got punished. That said, this ETC is extremely low. Does get the tap, however. May gonna pop her ice block to avoid the most of that Cassia damage. They do get the wall top, not much else. Take a look. Bottom wall is down. Mid wall, though, is still standing. Only 25 gems away from a turn-in for DFC. Yellow Owls does have a turn-in available. It could be either ETC or Hogger who drops. They both individually have enough. Ooh, Blaze, they're trying to rotate onto him. He has a nice little stun and then going to double back in through the Rubies. We don't see Ruby as much anymore because of the nerf, but on this map, because of how much it tends to be like 3v3 skirmishing, you can still get a lot of value off it. But Yellow Owls did manage to get their Web Weavers in, and now it's 9v9. May is kind of shorting some stock there, starting in a hole and then trying to climb out. Actually did manage to do so. But at the moment. The bottom currently not really being a focus. Looks like Yellow Owl's going to put some attention here into the mid while Cassia cleans up this top lane. But that is going to enable, with the Blaze rotating up, the 5v5 engage. Ooh, may almost actually might have split ETC out of the root there. Mahaya is low, but is going to survive, and I think that May knockback there was well-intentioned, but mayhaps a mistake. As I do think they may have been able to finish a kill without that additional displacement on the side of Die for Catgirls. With that said, the top fort has been cleaned. Here in the bottom, now, Yellow Owl's pushing in, going to go ahead and get this bottom fort. 5-man push. Now, taking a look at the ults, we already saw a couple. It is the Ball Lightning. It is not Hortapult, actually, going with the Shockwave. We've seen a lot of Hortapult in NGS, but they are going to go ahead and take the Shockwave. Pyro, or not, sorry, not Pyro, Phoenix. I mix up those names sometimes. And then they have the Holy Cow combo potential. On the other side, Sleepy Time, Bunker, Endurance of Hatred, Ice Wall, and Leaping Strike. So, both teams do have a turn available. Yellow Owls has the advantage of having 19 gems in. Hogger, oh, there's a big sleep. They get the Durance. That's going to allow the isolation on the ETC, but he throws the Mosh off, and everyone was inside it for Die for Catgirls, and they are going to pay for that big. Scathar trying to pick up what gems he can and walk out of there. Has the Unstoppable to enable the charge. Does manage to escape with some of those gems, but they definitely lost a few on the side of Die for Catgirls. And, yeah, they go for the ETC kill, but they don't really have any burst on the side of Duratans, relying on this Mephisto and Lunara kind of great sustain damage, and that is a way to try to counter Uther. But they don't have anyone that, like, once the enemy team is low, secures the finish reliably, and that's going to be a problem. I mean, both their warriors are pretty low damage, and Deckard is a very low damage healer. And so now the Phoenix comes down to buy space for this clear. May stepping forward, trying to get some work done, but Lunara gets popped here in the bottom by Hogger. Magyar just going to town there, and things starting to come a little bit undone for Die for Catgirls. Oh, and Swift is not getting out of there. There's the big sleep. Sir Noble needs to walk away. Divine Shield use. Oh, but the two-man Gravity Lash might get the combo, and it does. And that is, I believe, all the gems except for Blazes being permanently lost. And so now mid-keep is down, or mid-fort is down, bot fort is down, bot keep wall is down, and bot keep very, very likely to go down here. This is an incredibly productive second Webweaver phase for Yellow Owls, who are just looking like they're on a rampage right now. And so with that, Die for Catgirls in a big hole. I think this is just a situation where when they're not able to secure a quick kill, just the pressure that gets put on them by the... Ooh, and they're going to immediately get another turn in, and Mephisto kind of went into stall by himself. Gets the big Durance. Can they punish this? They get the first kill. Mosh gets interrupted. Sailor Twift is low, but the big sleep is going to save Sailor Twift for the time being. Hogger trying to get some kind of trade kill here. ETC looking for the exit. Can't find it. And Die for Catgirls finds two very, very big kills and now have an opportunity to turn in. Looked like it was about to be a double turn in there from Yellow Owls. Mephisto with just enough stall, and the team collapses in time to save Sailor Twift, and they turn that fight with the Durance incredibly well. And now this is the first time that Die for Catgirls has been on the front foot in a while. Let's see what they're able to do with it. They're getting the lanes ready. Bot lane is kind of a lost cause with the catapults and the web weaver spawning so far back. But keep in mind, they basically used more or less all their gems to get this turn in, so they need to get value with this. Currently focusing on the mid. Are they going to rotate top now that the Phoenix has come out? They have the Durance. They're getting the damage out onto, oh, the Divine Storm, or Shield, excuse me. It's going to save Hogger there. Hogger was dead to rights. Good patience by Amador, but recognizing it did need to be hit eventually. Top fort has fallen. That will equalize out some of that pressure. Actually, give them a slight advantage in the top lane as their fort is still standing. And they should be able to get a fort here in the mid, but they want more. They want to go, I think, for some kind of fight, recognizing they can't really do it now. So maybe a situation where a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, as now they're actually trying to run for their lives. Durance comes out, but here comes the big engage. Mephisto is going to juke around for a bit, looking for the sleep so Mephisto can get out. Good gravity lapse. The ice wall not in time, and now Die for Catgirls may not be able to get out. Oh, they do. Good root, good stun. Yeah, a situation where I think if they just stay mid and clear the mid fort and just take what they have, and then they can walk away more quickly. They can try to set up to get a kill to deny a web weaver phase, which is coming now. The web weaver up top is pushed back very far, but here in the mid, it's going to spawn fairly deep. And here in the bottom, of course, it is supported by what will likely be two catapults. So this should enable them to kill this fort easy enough. The question is Yellow Owl's going to look for more here? And it looks like they're actually thinking about coming down mid and maybe looking for a fight here. Web weaver does spawn in the middle of the wave. Getting it cleaned up. Die for Catgirls defending under their keep at the moment. These are best of threes, so Storm Division is the only division that does best of fives, with the exception of playoffs. In playoffs, grand finals and semifinals are best of fives. But we're still very, very early in the season. There's a big sleep. Durance is going to catch onto Mahaya there, but the Divine Shields have really been on point, and once again, it's just a matter of by the time Die for Catgirls starts to get in position to get a kill, the turnaround comes, and now they're just taking so much damage. Shamhat is going to be able to survive this. Mosh gets interrupted, so 5v4 at the moment. There are, by the way, catapults on the core. They get it down to 88%. You also have to watch this web weaver top, but this should enable Yellow Owls to push up and maybe grab this mid fort here. And so they only actually net lost top fort there on this web weaver phase, but this mid keep is so low, and I really like Yellow Owls just sticking around and trying to poke this out. It's a lot of confidence in their team fight right now, but now, okay, 5 are alive. You know, let's go ahead, let's back up. They might want to drop their gems, grab their camps. They know that Die for Catgirls can't really make a boss play because of the lane control. Luna going to go ahead and scout that out. It's going to be a bruiser camp, though, first. But in this situation, kind of the negative feedback loop of this map is once you get a big lead like this and the lanes get pushed, it becomes harder and harder to get those gems. And so, you know, both teams have roughly the same number of gems right now, but that favors Die for Catgirls, at least in terms of getting the first set, or next first. Oh, they get the ice wall. They're going to get the stun on the kelp. No, great cleanse. Uther has been playing extraordinarily well. Amador is, they may not be a door, but they are giving me a heck of a window into their play quality. All right, I tried. Ooh, Teeth goes in the back, tries to finish Hogger. Not able to do so. Now the bunker comes out just to reduce some of the worst of that damage. But that is another kill in favor of Yellow Owls. Can they get a stun here? Uther actually stepped up, but now May is getting focused and stunned out. Not a chance to get the ice block off. May does go down. The Mosh doesn't collect anyone, but the May is down. Sailor Twift going to have a hard time getting out of this one. Goes back in just to try to death rattle and does not succeed. So with those 3 kills and the catapults here on the core, that should pretty much be GG. Should be game number 1 heading over to the side of Yellow Owls. They played the map very, very well, and that will end it. So map 1 heading over to the side of Yellow Owls. Really dominant showing from them, but I have to think Die for Catgirls maybe want to rethink their draft a bit. They need someone that can finish kills. They got a ton of people low, but they weren't able to actually kill anyone because they were really 2 sustained damage dealers, 2 pokey sustaining damage dealers. You can see here also, bit of a rough game for Sailor Twift. Got caught out a little bit a couple of times. And just credit to the Uther. I mean, I thought Amador played just an absolutely exceptional game. Felt like anytime a kill was about to get close, the cleanse came in, the armor came in, the D shield came in. Never all of those, but just enough. Yellow Owls looking good. Looking very, very good here. Well, we're going to get set up for game number 2, numero doso, as would be say in, I believe, France. Oui. Yo tengo los cat in mis pantalones. I think that's the phrase. The great French phrase of love. That's actually really creepy. But anyway, we're going to take a brief break. We'll come right back. Thank you all for watching and for my just completely inane ramblings. And we'll see you in just a second. Why is my sound toggle didn't work? That was weird. All right. Welcome back to our next gaming series. We're getting into map number 2 here. Yellow Owls picking to Dragonshire. And so we will head into that map here. Yellow Owls up 1-0 in the series. The Amador still baiting out that Tyrande ban. Do they also go with the Uther ban? Therein lies the question. And 51 viewers. My goodness, I am way too tired for 51 viewers. Zul'jin's still gonna get banned out right away. Still sticking with the same bans, both teams, and still the same breakneck pace here in the draft. Garrosh going to be grabbed by Sir Noble. That was banned out in the last game, albeit after May had already been picked. And I kind of went Monka, I guess they expected the double tank. It kind of got it with the Blaze, but Blaze certainly was more an offlaner. So Noble currently 1-0 on that hero with 0 deaths. And, you know, that's 16 kills and assists to 0 deaths. It's not bad. Anubarak Tassadar coming out. Sorry about my phone noises. Mute that shit. Lickety split. See if Mahaya has played a Tassadar. Yep, 1-0 on the hero. Anduin Tychus. So the Anduin is interesting because it's one of those heroes that it always never seems bad. It always has a high participation rate, but every time I check, like, Anduin has a bad win rate. And that hasn't changed this season. 41% popularity, but a 44% win rate. And I think while that cleanse can save someone, I guess it's just he maybe just doesn't have enough stats. I don't know. Like, he should be strong, and just he empirically never is. Uther gonna get denied here. They're gonna force Amador onto Malfurion, who just got a couple of changes. So I'm interested to see if Amador... I'm certain, based on when the draft was released, that Amador has not had a chance to practice with the mouth talents at all. I'm certain of this as a fact. And so it'll be interesting to see if he picks one of them. That is, the new root talent gives sleep. There's another root talent that gives mana. I think both of those are worse than Entangling Vines, which was removed. I don't actually remember. Did Sonya get any changes in the patch? Someone please help me out with that. Granted, by the time I see it, it'll be too late. You know, the patch came out like right before we started here, and so anytime you're ready. It was once again just breakneck speed draft here. I mean, these teams know what they want, and there was extremely little hesitation. You got the pretty aggressive pick comp here with the Anubarak Tassadar, trying to set up like Tassadar just going for the big Q damage. As we get set up here for map number 2. But yeah, die for Catgirls. Down 1-0 in this series. So far, have had a tough season. That Regen Ghost match was very, very close. Regen Ghost making a play for most improved team this season. B Northeast, I mean, I'll just say it, I'm in B Southeast. I think it's way tougher than B Southeast. I think the level of play that I've seen it from B Northeast so far seems higher. And so it's a tough division, and so even though Die for Catgirls kind of were favored, at least by me, because of the players from Die for Vision, etc., so far not having, I think, the season that they expected to. But we are going to jump into game number 1. Let's go ahead and introduce the teams. On the left, it's going to be Corsair on a noob, Save on Raynor, Mahaya on Tassadar, Captain Magyar on Diva, and Malfurion is going to be played by Amador. No, I'm not. I'm a mouth. I'm not getting tired of that joke, by the way. Ooh, Corsair! Oh, and once again, just barely escaping. Chernobyl with the good flip there. Chernobyl does play a mean Garrosh. Got Scathar on the Sonya, Sailor Twift on the Medivh, Shamhat on the Anduin, and Teeth on Tychus. Which mouth talent do we get? We just got the Deep Roots. Oh, okay, so okay, so Deep Roots, it was an added quest. It's still the same talent it was before. I couldn't recall if they were just replacing it or... So I'm just gonna say I don't... Am I? Yeah, I'm not muted, am I? No, I'm not. Okay. Sorry, my sound display is wonky right now. So Malf got a new root talent. And the root talents were moved to level 1. His level 1s were moved to level 4. Malf got a new root talent that a target is put to sleep after root ends. And I don't think that talent is that good. And my reason for that is if you're landing a Malf root, chances are you have a pretty strong intention of attacking the target who gets Malf rooted. And so the odds that someone is actually going to, you know, like, not be taking damage. I mean, first, if you hit a Malf root and a target doesn't take damage, that sounds like a problem of you need better teammates. I mean, I'm not saying it can't have a use case, but it just doesn't feel like a good talent to me. You know, they do have... They're trying to give something to counter out the broccoli stacks just because that damage has always been useful. Sailor Twift stepping forward. A bit aggressively right now. Chernobyl on the point. Raynor is soaking the mid. Sonya doing the double soak dance. Tassadar zoning the point for the moment. Malfurion zoning it with the root. Keep in mind that Malf basically gets extra mana. But the thing with Malf to me is his weakness has always been keeping people alive, including himself in the late game. When Burst comes online, and I just don't think mana was the problem with that. Ooh, there is the big engage on the Garrosh. Good pull there by Shamhat, though. Good note, Shamhat going with the renew. Ooh, Garrosh stepping up very aggressively here. Waiting out. No! Walks into the root at just the last second there. I think trying to get out as soon as possible, but ended up paying for it. And that will enable the Dragon Shrine to turn blue. And it looks like Raynor's on the way there. No one is on the way there for Die for Catgirls. And I think they're going to be able to get the first Dragon of the game pretty dramalessly with that power play. So, Yellow Owls off to a good start in game number 2. Looking for the domination victory here. Still going Rejuve at level 1. I still think that's the Malf talent choice. I know they buffed his Innervate talent, but his Innervate talent was ass. And so now it's just slightly less ass. Like, we've gone from, like, a Nicki Minaj to a Jennifer Lopez in terms of how ass that talent is. It's still pretty ass, right? It's a pretty big ass. Not completely ass, but it's up there. Someone's gonna complain about that reference, and I really don't care. That was... Huh. That was an interaction. Ooh, good root placement there. And yeah, that large root's going to make a pretty big difference. You can see mid wall currently down. Bot wall is actually still alive. DFC wanting to maybe make an aggressive play, but now Chernobyl is kind of in an awkward spot. Going to need the Medivh portal to walk out. So far, not too much has happened, though. Only 1 kill for each team. But Yellow Owls does have about a 2/3 level lead. They're going to go for the invade here, but it is a little bit too late. Although, if Garrosh chases, does Medivh have a portal? There's the pull. So that'll work. Medivh up to 33 stacks. So needs to play a bit careful here. 37 though. So well on the way. Take a look at the solo laners. There's an engage here actually. They get onto Amador. And Amador more like Amma dead. Still though, a good portal play there. And that was a little Monka-esque there. But while we get set up, let's take a quick look at that kill there. You can see they were positioning up there thinking it, then the bad caster goes and looks top, but a great portal engage onto Amador. The damage follow-up was there.
Always be a dragon knight.
Now, heading back into the game, Chernobyl going to channel. Die for Catgirls going to control the bottom. Because Sonya has to double soak, just at an implicit disadvantage here. Here comes the portal, though. They want to get onto Raynor, and Garrosh is mounted, but does not... Oh, and the leap misses, too. They get the stun. There's the knockback. I think Save's going to be able to save himself. Quest done. Time to feed. No save is so low. The Arcane Rift doesn't secure it. Medivh goes under tower, but can't do it, and the Root is going to catch him back. Finish the quest. Finish the quest, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But that said, just missed 2 stuns on the save there. And weren't able to get the finish. And now, immediate focus into the Dragon Knight, and they're just going to get it. So Yellow Owls, kind of catching Die for Catgirls in some overcommitments here. And really punishing them from a macro level. And now find themselves with a second Dragon Knight. They're going to focus their attention onto this mid lane first. I think wanting to just get the fort that's nearby. They have lost a lot on this dragon already, though. Meanwhile, D.Va bullying Sonya up in the top, it feels like right now. Even with D.Va coming out, Sonya needs to be careful. Actually, Skathar staying on top of this. Interesting little cleanse there. They're going in. Oh, the root from Mouth, though. And they are punishing this Medivh very effectively. Here comes the ley line. Garrosh in the middle for the light bomb taunt. They kind of stack the CC there, but they do get on to save. The Odin is out, though, but so is the Archon. And into the fray, actually a great defensive into the fray there. And that will enable, now with Sonya coming down, could they re-engage this? They might be able to. We'll take another look at that fight when we can. But Die for Catgirls, some signs of life here. They get the Raynor right before 13. I'm really liking Amador's root placements, though. Now, the Garrosh throw use, Anub is a bit ISO, but here comes D.Va into the backline, and Die for Catgirls is just going to have to portal out of this one. Oh, Sonya's spinning. Sonya's going to get left behind. Sonya is absolutely going to get left behind. Skathar needed to head for the emergency exit. You hear the fire alarm, you just get out of the building. You don't hang around, and D.Va chases down 2 more. So this is just not turned into a great situation here for Die for Catgirls. Take a look at that again. Whole team's here, whole team portals out. Except for the Sonya trying to get the finish. Tries to jump in the portal at the last second, but the D.Va mech pushing her out with the explosion. And there you can see the chase down from the D.Va catching the last 2. So Die for Catgirls had a little bit of an opportunity, but man. So yeah, I mean the roots have been good from the Malfurion onto those portals. But when Malfurion misses, he dies. And that's the tricky part about playing the Malfurion. But that said, Amador is just absolutely putting on a clinic with the heroes he has played today. He's playing them exceptionally well. Granted, I'm a healer main, so of course I'm gonna brag about the healer plays when I see them. Skathar is gonna channel the top, but it feels like Captain Magyar has had the better of many of these engages. Chernobyl is low. Pull comes out there, but that means it's down. There's the ley line. Does actually connect onto Malfurion. They're going to try to portal into the back and find him. There's the taunt. Cocoon on Anduin. They do get but the combo. Oh my goodness, Corsair combos bigly. Tychus goes down. The light bomb. Shamhat just trying to peel himself out, but it is a 2-for-1 after really just a great engage. The Medivh portal going to enable the escape. But wow, what a great engage. Take a look at that again. What a great counter engage. You can see the ley line comes in. They get the nice delay onto the Malfurion. They portal on top of him, and Amador really, there's nothing to do there. But man, the Anub combo immediately just lighting up so much damage with that Archon. Allowing the chase down. And Sonya once again onto Captain Magyar, but save is here, and Sonya is going to need to be portaled out. Oh, and once again, just booped away from the portal. And it just feels like DFC is just a little bit away from making these saves, a little bit away from making these kills. But that little bit is how games are won. And Yellow Owl's on track to win this game. There's the ley line, but that's just buying time. Oh, no, they're going to drop the portal, but there's the immediate route. So that's a big ultimate used. It's going to be down for 70. Their keep could easily fall before... You know, the cleanse being used there, but that means it's down if someone gets walled off by Tess. So it is a bit risky. Trying to engage now onto the D.Va. D.Va goes in, does some disruption. Chernobyl flips the D.Va mech in, gets kicked away. This is effectively a 4v5 right now. They get a lot of damage, but not able to finish the pilot mode D.Va. But that said, so far they have defended the keep, and that's really the key. So keeping themselves alive, they now have level 16 talents, and they haven't lost to keep. So while things are looking a bit... Oh, but Sonya's not getting out of that one. Good rotation there. And Sonya just had nowhere to go. Looks like they're gonna leave. No, they're actually not just gonna. They're not gonna just take that fort. They're gonna go ahead and rotate their camps here on the side of Yellow Owls. 2-level advantage at the moment, so Die for Catgirls is gonna have to start being aggressive, lest they are forced to take a fight into level 20. Here comes the siege invade. Die for Catgirls is gonna see this. Medivh in position for a good ley line, but the rest of the team just not there yet. And I think what could have been a pretty good opportunity to fight in that choke before level 20, not really able to do so. Granted, they didn't have the Sonya who's only just now up, so it's tricky. Medivh, here comes the ley line. They're going in for this. The light bomb comes out. There's the taunt. There's the combo. Die for Catgirls got everything they want there, and they finally get the Rainer. Chernobyl is a bit low. Sonya trying to move onto the back line. Tassadar chunking out a lot of return damage. Here comes the Medivh portal, and Medivh getting another big ley line here. And this might be everything that Die for Catgirls need to take us to a game 3 if they can make something happen with this. They get 3 kills, and with those long death timers, the death timers spike quite significantly at 18 and 19. They need to send someone top. They need to have someone bot, and they need to have someone mid for the quick channel. And they need to get a lot off this Dragonite on the side of Die for Catgirls. They are going to clear this bottom, put it into lane. Medivh gonna start channeling the point here. Tychus is ready to channel, so this will be the Dragonite. Siege going to be picked up by the remaining members of Yellow Owls. Oh, or is it? Sonya's going to move in here, but she moves off the point. Little bit of a misplay there by Scathar. The Dragon is coming down to the bot lane. That's going to be where their energiers are focused. Using this spell armor to help mitigate some of this Tassadar damage. Sonya is on the flank. She goes in. They're going to be able to do a ton of siege damage with the Sonya. Raynor has actually split up the top to deal with the top camp. I'd like to see a pretty aggressive invade. Get the gate down quickly. Maybe look for the Medivh port over the wall if they can get eyes on where the Malfurion is. Of course, they have to recognize the likely taunt. So using that ley line to, or the root, excuse me, using that ley line to prevent the root has been an effective strategy. Root was used on the portal there. This dragon has 25 seconds left, 6% health. Here comes the Archon. Now a noob coming in, looking for Sir Noble. Sir Noble is cut off. There's the pull, as well as the portal. So far, no deaths here. Sonya looking for the flank. Here comes the ley line. Oh, only catches one. It is the Archon Task, and now D.Va trying to enable the re-engage. Good throw there by Sir Noble, but they have such a long retreat. If they can get that Medivh portal, though, they should be able to mount up. So a good disengage for Die for Catgirls, and now they're on the cusp of 20, so they are right back in this game. They have their win condition in the bot lane if they can win a fight. And the level 20 advantage has been closed, and Anduin's going to be very happy to have that second cleanse. Thank you, Eric, with a C, or with a, excuse me, with a K, not a C, for the 13-person raid. Big match here. Die for Catgirls starting to get it together. Whoever makes the next mistake could cost their team the game. On the other side, whoever makes the next great play could win their team the game. I don't think Yellow Owls wants to fight in this choke with that Medivh. Medivh has a portal ready. Cancels. Keeping vision. Siege camp in the bot lane at the moment. Now, the top lane is going to have a cat every third wave. Same with the mid lane. So this is where Yellow Owls definitely have time on their side if they need it. And that's going to force Sonya to go away. Oh, no. They get the Medivh cheats and they get it onto the Malf. But a good route before Malf got stopped. Prevented the follow-up engage onto the Tassadar. And going to need a cleanse here to get out. That's the D.Va mech. Oh, and Noble accidentally threw it in deeper. Trying to throw the D.Va in, but got the mech. Odin popped out for the defense. Shrines are going to be active in 10. Are they going to send anyone top on the side of Yellow Owls? They're currently focusing on getting their siege into the lane. Sonya and Tychus are going to go ahead and burn this... Bruiser camp in the top lane. Tychus going to start rotating up towards the top. Medivh keeping vision, recognizing its bot. They want to go ahead and get the top channel, but right now, Die for Catgirls is split kind of all over the map, and they can't fight over top right now. I mean, the rest of their team is farther away, feels, from the top. D.Va went top, but seeing the cap, now the whole team's going to rotate top. They want this fight. Garrosh is a bit forward. Medivh overhead, though, ready to drop a portal as needed. Here comes the ley line. They don't get the Malfurion, but they get the Raynor there. Now focusing onto the Anub, and I think they're going to get the blow-up, and they do! It is now unstoppable, not invulnerable, and so dying in the burrow charge was a noob, and now Die for Catgirls with that opportunity. You're seeing Sonya run down to bot, but they got to pay attention to what is on their keeps. And so I don't think they're going to necessarily be able to do this. Medivh cheats, comes out once again there. Oh, Medivh needs the portal out of here. Oh, and Medivh was not able to get into the portal. Oh, no. And with that, they lose their advantage. And they also lost their bot keep. So what was an opportunity for Die for Catgirls, now both teams shorthanded for a bit, but there's going to be a bit of a power play with the Anubarak. Let's see what Yellow Owls wants to do with it. I think they want to go ahead and get their Bruiser, kind of keep pressuring their macro advantage in those opposite lanes. And keep in mind, I mean, Yellow Owls is going to be content to fight in top lane because of how far away it is from the win condition for Die for Catgirls. Medivh is not here, and this is risky. They're going to get engaged on. And Chernobyl, some really good dismounts, some really good cleanses. That could have been ugly for Die for Catgirls there. So, red is the Dragon Knight, but Anub is going to change that. Siege Camp going to be grabbed here. Medivh is back up in 2, so the power play is ending. Are they going to take this engage? Anub is not with them yet, but neither is Sonya. And they get the camp, but oh no, Anub comes in. Can Anduin at least gets to the portal, but the power play is extended. The Medivh cheats is at least going to let them back up, but they don't have a tank now. And that is a deep, deep abiding concern. Especially with this mid keep so low, you think Yellow Owls can just walk up and take it. And in fact, that is exactly what they're going to do. And now with that mid keep down and D.Va about to channel top, this could be a situation where they just cap Dragon and walk it in and take the series. And Die for Catgirls, like, they wanted that siege, but they weren't committing enough resources to it, and eventually they just get popped. And I think in that situation, you have to recognize they have more resources at the location than you do. Now just trying to buy time. There's the ley line. Does not actually hit the dragon. And, here comes the light bomb. But I don't know if they can kill this dragon in time. I don't know if they have the damage for it. Well, the dragon is dropping pretty fast, 62%. Scathar, though, is low. There's the big taunt onto Malfurion. D.Va Mech, Dragon Knight finishing the core, and that's going to be it. So Yellow Owls finally closes out Game 2, and they take the domination victory over Die for Catgirls. And so with that, I mean, you know, I had pretty high expectations for Die for Catgirls this season, but they just didn't feel like they were all on the same page there. And I'm not sure if I'm reading too much into it, but you know, they managed to battle back, and it was a very respectable battle back. They opened up a win condition, but then they couldn't get on the front foot again. And just a couple uncharacteristic mistakes ultimately cost them. And so, with that, Yellow Owls gets themselves a second domination victory. Third if you count the forfeit, but a second in terms of match they played. Now taking it down Duratin's Couch and Die for Catgirls. So we're going to see if we can do a brief interview, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. All right, welcome back, everyone. Next is Gaming Series. DB Smiley here. I am joined by the person whose praises I sung much during the series, Amador. Uh,
Thank
Amador,
you.
how you guys feeling after that 2-0 domination victory?
Oh man, it felt pretty good, especially for a new team like us. And yeah, that second game got a little spicy. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say domination, but it
Well,
was
I
definitely
mean,
fun.
but it is, and in terms of the score results. So obviously, I mean, as you mentioned, you guys are a new team. No one had played in NGS before on your team. And so, like, what is the story of your team? Like, what made you guys jump into NGS? How long have you been playing together? Kind of give me some background. Give people the dish on Yellow Owls.
All right, all right. Well, myself and Captain Magyar and Mahaya, we came from like a Dota background. Well, Warcraft 3 originally, and then we played Dota, Dota 2, Heroes of New Earth, and then when HOTS came out, we all jumped on HOTS, and we played a lot way back in the day. So that's where we really get our experience from. And
Mm.
then we met Corsair and Save. They're like a duo, so it worked, hand in hand. So we were like, hey, you guys want to play? We used to play way back in the day. I forget what the league was. It was
Chair league maybe.
it may have even been before that. It
Yeah.
might have even just been a randomly on ESL or something like
Right.
that.
Right.
And and then we completely stopped. We all started playing, other games, Dota 2, World of Warcraft, what have you. And then that we still kept in touch. We stayed on each other's BNet friends, and then hey, Corsair heard about the NGS, and he was like, hey, you guys want to get the squad back together? And we were like, let's do it. And me, I think I have the least experience as far as the different heroes that came out. So that I was like, I'll just do whatever you guys think is best. And so that's why I have I definitely have the smallest hero pool,
Well,
which
so I have your hero spotlight page up right now, and it's funny because you only have one match played, and you played Tyrande both games. So it is
yeah,
actually just Tyrande showing on the screen right now. Of course, we can
yeah.
add Uther and Malfurion to that now too, after the stats get uploaded. But so with that, I mean, you guys. So one thing I kind of want to mention is heading into this. I mean, you guys were scheduled to play. Was it Kira's hit list or was it Hold My Cho? I'm trying to remember which.
I actually don't know the team, but I think they rescheduled.
Okay, well, because you got credit for a forfeit victory over one
Right.
team, and then you had the domination victory over Duratan's couch. So you guys are doing really well right now, and certainly going to draw a lot of eyes. Map one, Tomb of the Spider Queen. You guys dominated. What worked so well for you?
I honestly think it's just our the way we team fight, I think, and our captain save. He's really on point with the calls, and he makes sure we're all doing everything, and as far as objectives go. And then other than that, I just feel like our team fight chemistry is pretty strong.
Mhm.
So whether it's ETC going into stun and following up with KT lift or my stun, and Hogger just causing havoc in the mix.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, you guys pretty much felt like you dominated that map start to finish. Map two, you got a bit of a lead, right? And you had a pretty big lead. You had all the forts down, but then they kind of started getting a couple big picks and almost
Yeah,
managed to battle their way back into it. I mean, certainly
that
you lost. I'd say the 20 opportunity, right? So what
right.
was so what happened there?
I was that cheeky Medivh plays. I was they caught me early with the teleport Garrosh. That play that's pretty neat play, and we kind of got privy to it though. I would try to land my route on the portal most of the time, but other than that, I mean, I would say that Medivh was probably our highest priority after we kept getting that sleep, the
Yeah.
portals. It was just I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know. all what Medivh does. I was like, what is this freaking wave of sleep coming out? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh god.
Yeah, so they did do a couple good engages off that. Although I do want to give you credit for dropping roots to stop a lot of those engages on the portal.
Thank you, thank you. That yeah, the sleep was pretty frustrating to deal with though.
All right. Well, with that, now is the time where I say, hey, Jay, do you have anyone you want to shout out?
Oh yeah, for sure. Of course, I got to shout out my team, Captain Mag, Mahaya, Corsair, Save, and also my brother Trey, my friend Matt. Just appreciate y'all for watching. Eltron, thank you guys, and of course, shout out to you for streaming us. I mean, this
Yeah.
league. So
Well, thank you, thank you. Well, with that, congratulations once again on the victory, and best luck the remaining of the season. I think you guys are gonna have a pretty good season at this rate.
thank, thank you, thank you.
All right. Well, with that, we draw this segment of the cast to a close, and I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to Jazleen. Once again, congratulations to Yellow Owls, who now advance into a tie for first place. But we will see you all next time on the Nexus Gaming Series.